To my man, Two Chronicles in the building for helping me with my introductions, y'all. We got FTC in the building. We got my man Chase Milano in the building. What's happening, gangster? We got Chase up in the building, y'all. And I just found out over the weekend, like he said, my man hit his 1,000. He got monetized. Can you dig it? Yeah, he did. About time the real get recognized. Two, that's who I was talking to about earlier. My man Chase Milano. You got to watch this nigga shit. This nigga's crazy, man. But he breaks down very great topics. His articulation is incredible. Wordplay, phenomenal. Big Dice said it. Use that for the sample, Chase. You can snatch this and say, let me get it back right again. When it comes to Chase Milano, y'all ain't fucking with him. That's a fact. That's a fact. And it's stamped by Big Dice. And those of y'all that know when the stamp comes, the stamp is just like the stamp on a brick. It's approved, nigga. You do to it when you open it. You do what you want to do to it when you open it. But when I get it to you, it's stamped. You heard me? Shout out to all the content creators. Shout out to the whole YouTube, man. Dirty section, light section, whatever you want to call yourself. The real section is Team Guardian. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I think I got a great one for y'all tonight, bro. Because that's something's going wrong, man. Something just ain't adding up to me. Cheers. It's only Kool-Aid. You know I fuck with you, Chase. Real always recognize real. Like me and two be talking, certain niggas don't be looking familiar, but you is one of the ones that I seem to know from somewhere. In a good way. Yes. Yo, Tube, and he was in Albany. And he was in Albany Projects. Yo, shout out to Chase Mulatto, yo. Chase up in the P's like this in the hometown like this. I'm here. See me how you want to see me. Be me how you want to be me. And in the words of Big Dice, respect it or check it. You know I got my motherfucking Boston shit on. Y'all know I'm a Knicks fan. But I ain't gonna front when it came to Paul Pierce. He was a shooter. Yo, peoples, I see you in the building. He was a shooter, man. Give some people some time to pull up in this motherfucker, yo. We got a real smooth one for y'all tonight. Shout out to the sponsors, man. I ain't been bigging up my shout-outs. Shout out to my man Walt and them over at The Real Frontal. Yo, Chase, if you fuck with that frontal and you fuck with that official grabber, do me a favor. Go to Instagram. Subscribe to my man channel, The Real Frontal. Black-owned family. They got the best grabber, dark and gold. Best frontal, dark and gold. And they will deliver that shit straight to y'all fucking crib. You know the stamp is on it. And if you don't have Instagram, you can go to www.therealfrontal.com. You did? Everything you can get on the website, you can definitely, on the Instagram page, you can definitely pull up on the website. Shout out to my man Dav over there in California, in East and West in California over there. You did? That's his clothing line right there. It's called Legal Guap. Legal Guap. You did? Legal money. That's what we're trying to do now. Legal money. It's some of the stuff he got going on. He got the mean sweatsuits. I done copped a couple of them. Y'all done seen it. He got the duckbill hats for the ladies. That's my man Dav right there from Legal Guap right there. Matter of fact, y'all. For those of y'all that don't know, that's his product, head to ankle. It's my man Rumble, God bless the dead. Decept legend. If you know, you know. He even got the duckbill hats, y'all. Legal Guap number 3. That's where you got to go get them at. Rondo Red Doe at Facebook. You got the duckbill hats for the women. You know what I'm saying? He got the sweatsuits, unisex for the men and the women. Got them for the little princesses. He even got the leotards and stuff like that for the ladies that want to walk around doing that fly thing for their man when they might be cooking in the crib or something, you know? You know. He got the sweat socks, the leotards, the tights. He even said he's working on the money clips and the thongs. You dig it? This one right here is one of the crop suits he got for the ladies. And that one comes with a hood in the back also. Real fire, y'all. Real fire. These some of the baseball hats he got for the guys. Like I said, he got the new era look. Any way you want to get it, any design, any color scheme that you want, you can do it. If y'all don't know, do me a favor, go over to Instagram to my man First Messiah, the number 1, STMESSIAH. He got his own clothing line. This is some of his stuff right here. This is his symbol. It's called Saki International. That's his clothing line right there. Go to First Messiah, the number 1, STMESSIAH. Tell him Big Dice sent you and check out his clothing line. He did this for me right here. And he does personalized leather jackets, whatever you want. Boots. He did some boots for me too. If you've seen some of my shows, I showed you the boots he did with the Thundercats and all that, whatever you want. This is the front of a regular Army jacket he did for me. You see that Decept logo on the bottom of it for life. You heard me? And then this is the back of the jacket right here. I ain't gonna front. He did his thing. He did his thing, y'all. He did his thing. And all of y'all will be listening to that good music. Do me a favor. Go over there and check my man Jaffe and General Deezy. They streaming on all platforms. The golden era, man. The golden era, man. That's our era, man. Let's get in this little intro I put together courteous of Jaffe. Let's go.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said that someone's catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told.
Salute to everybody in the building, man. I think I got a good one for y'all tonight. We back to the content as we should be. You dig? Grown folks conversation. Grown folks conversation. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? I told y'all use that. I did the show the other night about Miss Caroll Russell, the young lady from Atlanta that just disappeared. She just disappeared. She said, quote unquote, that she was driving down the road, the highway in Atlanta, and a baby just appeared in the middle of the road. She said she was just driving down the road, y'all, and a baby just appeared in the middle of the road. I don't know if y'all ever been on the highway. I've been on a few highways. There are so many things that you have to do before you get to the highway and to the crossing. But for some reason, this little baby got out in the highway. Same thing I said, Chase. But Chase, you know what it reminds me of? That's why I asked myself, let me see if y'all familiar with this. Do anybody know who this is? Oh yeah, Big Dice fucking with this shit. I'm not playing. Does anybody know who this is? I'm gonna drop the link too if anybody want to pull up. We can get into this. Yo, too, make sure we in the building. Ron Boogs and everybody about to pull up. Does anybody know who this is, man? I'm gonna let y'all know who this is. This is a young lady by the name of Tawana Brawley. Tawana Brawley. The dude standing behind her looking like a bootleg pimp, that's who y'all know currently is the Reverend Al Sharpton. This picture right here was taken in 1989. I think Miss Tawana Brawley was about maybe 18 years old. About 18 years old. 18 years old. The crazy part about this whole Tawana Brawley story is she said allegedly, because she disappeared for a weekend, that she was kidnapped, assaulted, and abused by police officers. That was her exact word. She said them niggas took her away for a weekend. Took her away for a weekend. You dig what I'm saying? And they said, quote unquote, or she said, quote unquote, that she was abducted and held in a basement. Held in a basement over the weekend by police officers. Does that make any sense? Who knows? That's what she said. She said that she was abducted by some police officers that felt as though they wanted to have their way with her. These is facts. Do I believe it? I'm going to let y'all decide. I'm going to let y'all decide on that. I'm going to let y'all decide. Check this out right quick. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something right quick. I'm going to let y'all decide. I'm going to take y'all back to 1989.
My name is Tawana Brawley.
I'm going to take y'all back to 1989.
My name is Tawana Brawley. All right. I'm not a liar and I'm not crazy.
It was 1987. Tawana Brawley was a 15-year-old who claimed she was raped by 6 white men in law enforcement. And Al Sharpton took up her cause. But there was no forensic evidence of any sexual attack. And there was evidence Tawana made up the whole story. The case, labeled a hoax, was dismissed. And Sharpton was forced to pay $65,000 to those he had named. But in all this time, he has never voiced any regret. You have gone back and looked at things with such a clear eye. You've apologized, you've asked for forgiveness, except on Tawana Brawley. I don't get it.
Check his response
I'll
out,
be
y'all.
honest with you. I have thought about that a million times. I just don't believe they treated that case fair.
If I knew that I had in any way contributed to falsely accusing someone, I think I would feel an obligation to say I'm sorry.
I think you're right. I think the operative word is if you knew that. I don't know that.
If they didn't do
But
it,
suppose they did.
taking the,
Suppose they did.
but they didn't. They didn't.
That's crazy. Hold on, y'all.
At the time, I remember people saying that Tawana was lying. And to this day, people think Tawana lied, you covered it up, and that there are reports that you told Tawana, just stick with the story, you're going to make money on it.
Well, first of all, I think now looking 35 years later, those that said that should come up with where did she or anybody make money on it. We had just done the Howard Beach case. Why would I go and cover up anything? I believed what the lawyers told. I never asked a 15-year-old girl what happened, and I said that. But I believed the lawyers, and I believed what was said, and I believe she deserved her day in court.
But 2 of those lawyers wound up, did they get disbarred or
One
suspended?
One of them, I think, was suspended.
C. Vernon Mason, Automatics.
But again, when, like you mentioned, I did George Floyd. I believed Ben Crump. I didn't go do an autopsy on George Floyd. Activists go by what is presented and let the courts litigate it. And I say in the documentary I have friends now that says there's no doubt in their mind OJ killed his wife, but a jury said he wasn't guilty. So we have to have the same standard. If you believe something and advocate on its behalf, let's go to court and see what the court.
I don't know about this one, y'all. Because look what happened right after that. After all that nonsense, look at this, y'all. Tawana Vicenia Brawley is an African-American woman from Wappingers Fall, New York, who falsely accused 4 white men of raping her in November 1987. Do y'all see that? Al Sharpton pushed this woman to lie. Al Sharpton is a hero to the left. If not for the double standards, the left would have no standards at all. See, that's the part right there that's bugging me out. They done found out, quote unquote, that allegedly, hey, truth lady, walaikum salam, sister. They found out allegedly this never happened. I remember back in the days, what they said was she was a young girl that had spent the weekend out with a couple of her male friends, and she was afraid of punishment from her parents. Come on, you're 15 years old. You know they give you a curfew. You know we was all 15 before. They give you a curfew. And it's 10 o'clock. She's like, man, if I go home, my mom's going to get mad. If it's 11 o'clock, my family and them going to really get mad. So now it turns from scared to death. She stay out one night. Don't call her family or nothing like that. She stays out a whole nother night. Don't call her family a whole nother night. And then finally, when she decides to come up or reappear, I'm not going to say a cockamamie story. Forgive me. A story is said that police officers had their way with her for them days that was gone. That's why I'm about to get into the streets never love us, y'all. And pull up this other stuff I got for y'all. Let's go.
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly. My phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly. My foreign, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun. That was real shit. This real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them. Call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me. He was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life. I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it. I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, Tower music, nigga.
Facts. New York Nikki in the building, salute. Meek, I see you in the building, salute. Yo, how y'all feel about this, what I was talking about earlier? Y'all a little bit late, but we was just talking about Miss Tawana Brawley. Remember that shit, Meek, when she came down to Jackie Robinson and was in the Fight the Power video with everybody? Al Sharpton and them had her down there. Yeah, and we did a little Fight the Power video in Jackie Robinson. Miss Tawana Brawley, this woman right here, was there because she was the biggest conversation back in 87. 15-year-old child abducted by police and raped and such, and then boom. Come to find out, they say that this shit was all a motherfucking lie. They say this shit was all a lie. But this is something I want to talk about, man. The woman that I did the show on last night, Miss Caroll Russell, I don't understand something about this, y'all. We got to talk about this, man, because all of a sudden she's back. Ain't nobody talking about nothing, but she's back.
After a desperate 2-day search, 25-year-old Caroll Russell is safe. Police say she returned home alone on foot last night.
Came home alone on foot.
One call came from her residence at which is her parents' house at 9:45, stating that she was home, and then, of course our folks got over there as quickly as we could.
This morning, Russell's family was outside a hospital in Birmingham where medical professionals evaluated her. A man who says he's a close friend of Russell posted on Instagram she was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours. He goes on to characterize her disappearance as a kidnapping, adding until she is physically and mentally stable again, she's not able to give any updates on her kidnapper. Shortly after, Russell's mother posted on Facebook thanking God for her return. Police are working to determine where the nursing student has been since Thursday night, when she called 911 and then a relative to report seeing a child alone on the side of the dark highway.
We're sure that she called 911 from the interstate, and we're sure that a few minutes later, when the police arrived, she was not there, and there wasn't a toddler there either.
Russell's car and some of her belongings, including her cell phone and Apple Watch, were found at the scene, but no sign of a child.
Russell's parents told the NBC affiliate in Birmingham that they believe that the child she reported missing on the side of the road was used as bait to lure her out of her car. Astrid Martinez, CBS News, New York.
Something don't seem right about that job. Blue Dot, New York Links, I see you in the building. That's what I'm talking about, Meek. Where the fuck the goddamn baby at? Where the little baby she was talking to? Remember they said she was talking to the baby on the phone. Hey, little baby. Hey, little baby. Ah! Then all of a sudden she starts screaming, get the fuck out of here. Nikki said she put together a hell of a story for that one. Y'all may think I'm joking. Meek in the building right now. Tawana Brawley, this woman right here. Y'all think I'm joking. If I'm joking, Meek is in the building right now. My man 3 came home that morning. Shout out to Pop. They did the Fight the Power video and Jackie Robinson on Malcolm X, Chuck D, Flavor Flav, and this woman was out there with Al Sharpton like she was Ronald Reagan's daughter. Facts. Something, I think she was sucking cock. I think she was sucking cock. Old cock mouth sandwich. In the words of Greg Comper, yeah, she was out there sucking cock. Yeah, she was out there with a cock mouth sandwich. Yeah. The reason why I say that is she's 25 years old. Her boyfriend, I didn't pull up the one with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, check this out. Her boyfriend, he even has a response on the news. He said, praise God to the Most High, Almighty Father, Son, Daughter. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. La, 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 la. He wanted them niggas. She's 25 years old. She down there in Birmingham. She's a little attractive woman. She probably met one of them goons that wanted to put some cock in her forehead. And she was like, I can't let you put no cock in my forehead because my parents and them go to church. You know, down in the South, she going to church every Sunday, got a little tambourine. Turn on the lights of heaven now, shine on me. She probably be up there giving out, fans and shit like that at the door, like them old women. You know how them old women be giving them fans out of the door. Come on in here, baby. And she just got a sexual urge inside of her. She like, I don't want to be in this place. Come on. That's what I'm saying, Meek. That's the best you can come up with. She probably met a nigga in a motherfucking club and her family was sitting there waiting, talking about, where the fuck was you at, bitch? But they said it in the church forum. Do you know the Lord don't want you outside like this, moving like a Jezebel? You know, some of them families like that. Them families in the South don't play that shit. They talk old like that. They be like, you Jezebels in the name of Jesus. And then check this out. Her homegirl or her sister, I'm not sure who it was. The homegirl or the sister said, when I was talking to her, she was talking to a little baby. Then the next thing you know, she screamed, get the fuck out of here. Nigga probably bit a nipple or some shit like that. She said, ah! She probably heard her sister saying, hey, baby. Hey, little baby. Hey, baby. She wasn't talking to no baby. She was talking to that baby. That's my rock impersonation. Then she just hollered. Then she disappeared. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, she just walked home. So check this out, y'all. Anybody know about the South? It's hot as a motherfucker down here, and it's a bunch of goddamn woods. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Let's think together for a minute logically. You mean to tell me they've been looking for this woman over the whole weekend, and she mysteriously pops up and she just walks from her captor? You mean to tell me nobody saw her walking? You mean to tell me she didn't flag down no car? Help, help, the motherfuckers right there just kidnapped my ass. They've been fucking me all weekend. Call the police. She ain't do none of that. Her boyfriend said, oh, Jesus, praise Lord to the most heavenly Father. I prayed all weekend. Hallelujah. He one of them niggas that be in church, my nigga. You know them niggas with them tight ass. Them niggas that them deacons and shit. Them young ass deacons. You know them young ass dumb deacons. You know them deacons that be with them reverends. You notice them reverends always hook the deacons up with the women in the church. Ain't that some shit? That shit like some shit on Ruthless, where he fucking the women and the dudes. You know that Tyler Perry shit, Ruthless? That's what a lot of them reverends be doing, allegedly. I will fuck you, son, and then I will give you a woman. I've already fucked her. That's my seed inside of you, so when you impregnate her, I have the... Shut the fuck up. That woman, she's tired, man. Come on, ladies, y'all know the truth. Yeah, y'all want to go out and go to the restaurant and want the nigga to open chairs, pull chairs for you and open doors. But after a while, after a couple of shots or some alcohol, a little drunk, you want a nigga to fucking shit out you when you get home. You don't want a nigga to come home and say, hey, baby, are we going to make love tonight and have relations? You want a nigga to come home, pull your clothes off, slap shit out you, and fuck shit out you. Am I lying? To the ladies in the chat if I'm lying. She got tired of that. She met one of them niggas that was talking that shit. Have you ever had a cock in your head? She said, what? Did I ever have a cock in my head? What you stop playing? Stop playing. He buying her drinks. Hook her up. And she's saying to herself, ain't no, you know, that nigga, the one that's going to church, his name is probably Rodney or something. She said, Rodney never asked me if I wanted a cock in the head. I've been with him for 11, 12 years. How come he's never talked to me like that? That nigga talking that shit. Has a nigga ever ate your pussy from the back? See, he drunk. That nigga a goon. He don't care nothing about that shit. He see it in her eyes. That she has a spirit inside of her that's locked up in a cage. Facts. You see what my man Chase said? That's a very strong sequence of events. You mean to tell me Thursday night, I feel like I'm on motherfucking Menace to Society. You mean to tell me Thursday night you was driving home on 495 in Birmingham and a child walked out in the middle of the freeway and you got out the car and you talked to the child and then you were abducted? Yeah, I was driving. A little baby, I swear to God, little baby ran out in the street. I couldn't get past. Nigga said, yo, did the baby have shoes on? Bitch said. That's when the nigga said, you know that's where you done fucked up at, right? Word to this lemon cherry I'm smoking. That nigga said, you know that's where you done fucked up at, right? And then you just walk home. You mean to tell me you just walked home? You just walked home. The whole Alabama is looking for you. You mean people was driving by, just saw you, just, hey, how you doing? Your face is all over the internet, all over YouTube. Just imagine her face, how many times her face was printed and broadcasted throughout them television broadcast companies in Atlanta. You mean tell me niggas was just driving by her, hey, that's the bitch that just got kidnapped. That's the bitch they looking for. Hey, they fuck that bitch. She don't need us. Get the fuck out of here. New York Link said same shit happened in the BX. The girl was with her boyfriend after she staged the kidnapping. Police didn't even charge her. That's a fact, because I think, this is what I think. You know, there's no such thing as a bad opinion. Beautiful young girl, 25 years old. Just close your eyes and take this scenario. Raised in a church. Father's probably a reverend, deacon or something like that. Mother's the first lady. That little girl grew up horny as a motherfucker, y'all. That little girl grew up horny as a motherfucker. I'm going to tell you something. Rest in peace to Pastor Moore, 188 Utica Avenue. I'm not even going to tell the stuff that them girls used to do with us in the basement. Them girls in church is horny as a motherfucker. We had one girl named Dolores. Dolores is who taught me how to play run, catch, and hump. I was going to church when I learned how to play run, catch, and hump. This is what they used to do. True story, made my mother get pushed out of heaven. What they would do is where they had Sunday school in the church, and they would have us go down there to eat. What they would do is when the elders and stuff like that left church and went upstairs to pray, the kids would cut off all the lights in the basement. And we would pray run, catch, and hump. Peace, God. I'm just a Paul Pierce fan. You know I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm always going to be a Paul Pierce fan. But I ain't going to front back in the days. Boston had a team that I fucked with when it was Robert Parrish, you know, Danny Ainge. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Johnson, Bird. I was fucking with them. I ain't going to front. But how you feel about that, truth lady? You mean to tell me she just disappeared Thursday night from a highway? She just disappeared Thursday night from a highway, and then heard they said specifically on the news, she walked back home Thursday. How you feel about that? The link is dropped. Anybody want to pull up? Grown folks conversation. This is where the grown folks hang out at. She said, I said what I think. Something don't sound right. She said, it sounds like a sorority hazing. The part that's bugging me out right now, the word is the reason why they don't want to disclose what's going on. They said because it could hinder the investigation. So you mean to tell me you don't want to say nothing? You didn't verify that she was abducted. You got one person that said she fought for 48 hours. She fought. What that means? She fought for 48 hours. She said, if they didn't kill her, then she'll keep her mouth shut. I don't know. I think this is just, like New York Nikki said, a dick appointment. A good old-fashioned, I need some loving. And I think the pure thought of the embarrassment, I bet you if we do an investigation on her family and all that, her family is involved with some type of church. I promise you, her family is involved with some type of big church. I promise you that. That's all I need to find out. If her family was involved with some type of big church, she was hanging out Thursday night at one of them bars. Y'all know it's a Thursday after night, Thursday hours. You know they start Wednesday, Thursday, and they was drinking. Probably met the dude somewhere. Might have been, I don't think it was the first time. They probably just said, she said, I got to say something outlandish for my family because if I don't come home, they going to get mad. 25 years old. I think the truth lady said, why would she leave the car and her belongings? To make it look more believable. My opinion. That's a fact. You see with New York Nikki, she said she had to come up with something in order to take any accountability. Think about that. You mean to tell me they abducted you and you got away with your motherfucking pocketbook and your cell phone? They abducted you, but they let you drive your car away from them. When they was kidnapping you, they said, you know what? You're going to get in that car. Or she could have said something crazy like someone got in the car with a gun and made me drive. I'd have believed that better. I'd have believed that better. Yes, ma'am, for some sex. Yes, ma'am, for something as simple as sex. The same thing that happened with this woman right here. I just did the show on it. Miss Tawana Brawley in 1987, 15 years old. Ironically, she disappeared for a couple of weekends with her boyfriend. After a few days, she came back and said she was held captive in a basement by 4 white police officers and she was sexually assaulted over the weekend. You notice she had to say she was sexually assaulted because she was having sex with her boyfriend. So they're going to notice some type of penetration, some vigorous type of act. And then look at this. Bang. Who was falsely accused. Tawana Brawley, an African-American woman from Wappingers Fall, New York, who was falsely accused 4 white men of raping her in 1997. They said Al Sharpton pushed this woman to lie. He is a hero to the left. If not for the double standards, the left would have no standards at all. Look how you're looking at her, y'all. Look how he's looking at her in the background. Don't look at her. Look at him. Look how he got. Look at the facial expression. Look at his mouth. Look at his eyes. Like, bitch, you better say exactly what I said, motherfucker. We about to get this money. Pay attention to that look. Something ain't right. Amir said, on everything I've seen this story 100 times, Lord, she got a wet ass and didn't want to get a wet ass whooping. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Look what the truth lady said. She said, look at how she looks, period. Like they sat up and plotted that shit. Yo, Beaver, I see you in the building. Salute. Yo, Beaver, how you feel about this, man? This right here was a Miss Tawana Brawley back in the days in 1987. That's why I asked on the thumbnail, is Miss Caroll Russell the new 2023 Tawana Brawley? This woman right here disappeared, Beaver, like you heard, and said she was abducted by white men, police officers, and then come to find out it was a lie. It was a cold-blooded lie, like the chicken won't fry. I told you he looked like a pimp, truth lady. Look at that perm on his head, man. This nigga looking like Rico from Belly. The one that said he had to go drop a dime on him. The one that said he had to go drop a dime on him. He said, I'm going to have to go drop a dime on them. And it's so sad, like the truth lady says, all of this for sex. But hold up, it's more to the story, y'all. Did you know that they started a fucking fund, a search fund? Did y'all notice that? In 3 days, there was money funneling into a GoFundMe for what? To pay for the funding to search for her. Remember all them people that was walking through them woods all late at night? So you mean to tell me y'all was walking all in them woods, y'all ain't find her? Y'all had all type of agents. It had to be the FBI involved. That's a kidnapping. FBI, sheriff department, police departments, all throughout Atlanta. You mean to tell me she was just walking home and nobody saw her? Clarice, what's good, girl? I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm extremely wrong. That's a fact. My grandfather was. And I got aunts as Eastern Stars. You're right. You're 100% right, truth lady. Beaver said Al Sharpton, for one, is crooked and other, then I don't know. I'd have to see the gematria on that story. Beaver, that nigga's crooked. Do I blame him for a morale standard? It's so crazy, it's topsy-turvy. It's yes and no. Because for the morale part of it, yeah, all of us have that instinct within ourselves of color, white or black, to say, yo, this is what we demand. We feel as though certain things we are not treated fairly and equally with. So, of course, you heard what he said? I never asked her what happened. You never asked her what happened, but you were so adamant about representing her in a story. Yes, truth lady. He never, like he said, I never asked her what happened. He made that very adamant. I never asked her what happened. So you mean to tell me the whole time you was dealing with this lady, the whole time you was dealing with this young lady, you mean to tell me the day before and the day of this particular photograph right here at this press conference meeting, Mr. Al Sharpton, you never asked her what happened. You just heard the story that was transmitted through the newspaper and broadcasting. Young black woman abducted by police. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It don't make no sense. You mean to tell me, come on now, everybody in the building. You mean to tell me if you didn't know Miss Tawana Brawley and you seen her broadcasted all out for TV, the first thing you wouldn't ask her out of curiosity, fuck it, of just being nosy, yo, girl, what the fuck happened? Does it make sense, y'all? Make it make some sense to me. Make it make some sense to me. Does that make any sense? Think about that, y'all. Clarice, think about this. You young, you 14, you 15, and your parents tell you, girl, you better be in this house by 9 o'clock. But it's Saturday night, Clarice, and that dude that you with, he got you feeling like Donna Summers. You're not coming in the house at 9 o'clock. Yo, Beaver Valley, she was it was 1987, and she was 15 years old. But if you notice right here, Beaver, African-American woman from Wapers Falls, New York, who falsely accused 4 white men of raping her. Listen to that, falsely accused. That means she lied. They had no proof at all. No proof at all. That's what brings me back to Miss Caroll Russell. You mean to tell me you were driving home on 495 in Birmingham, Alabama at night, and a little baby just walked out the woods? You mean to tell me a baby just walked and climbed over the provider? Then you call your sister or your homegirl, and she hears you talking to the baby, is what she told the police. And then she heard a loud scream and nothing else from you. Clarice said, oh, she lied, Dice. Clarice, oh, yes, she lied, Dice. Al Sharpton, like she said, his career was built on that. That's what we have to understand. What's the reason? None of us, the only reason I can see 15 years old, scared of the repercussion of what her parents going to do to her. I don't know, Clarice. They said it was a baby. They said it was a baby. In the middle of the highway by itself. Something don't sound right about that. Something don't sound right about that. You're right, Truth Lady, because they was doing that in North Carolina. I remember they was doing that with Hispanic. It was a thing going on in North Carolina a couple of years back, right before the pandemic. Ironically, with Hispanic, they was using, it was allegedly a Hispanic lady that was pulled over on the side of the road with a caravan. And this was the way she got people to stop, because she would have a baby in her hand and it would be a carload or a caravan full of babies. This is the way she would convince people to pull over with assistance, and then they would be robbed. Chase said a pretty elaborate story, but that shit is weird altogether. That's a fact, Clarice. She walked herself back home. Like I said, Clarice, she just walked. They looking for her all in Alabama. They looking for her. Since Thursday, everywhere you look, there's a picture of this woman. Police officers, FBI agents, SBI agents, Southern Bureau of Investigation. You mean to tell me she just walked home from her abductors? Don't make sense. Don't make sense. And the sad part is, all they're saying now is they won't tell any more about the story, because what? It will hinder the story. It will hinder the story. Hinder the investigation, excuse me. Truth Lady, you walk back after an ordeal. I understand that and I respect that, but she's lying. She's lying. I'm not saying you lying. I understand what you've been through, but she's lying. It wasn't no ritual. It wasn't no hazing. She was out with a cock-mouth sandwich. Simple and plain. This ain't have nothing to do with no hazing. This ain't got nothing to do with no ritual. This is one thing I know about any woman. Matter of fact, I know this for sure about an hysterical black woman. Let's get to that for the black women that's in it. Clarice, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Clarice. If you are abducted and you got away from your abductor, you just gonna walk back to the block? or the minute you get to someone or a store or a phone, you're going to call the police and tell somebody when you walk into their establishment, may I have a phone, please? I was just kidnapped or abducted and I got away. Nikki said she was sliding. Simple and plain, period. Clarice said wasted taxpayers' money. And like Nikki said, if she filed a false report, she knows that she can be arrested for that, Truth Lady. See, this is the part you're not thinking about. You can go to jail for filing a false report. Clarice said the first thing she doing, let me call your phone, please. For ain't nobody walking home. First of all, let me explain something to you. If this goes for a man or a woman, if you just escaped someone that had you captive and sexually abused you or beat you up or tortured you or starved you for, I don't care if it was 10 hours, the minute you got away from them, you would be so paranoid of the fact that you may get abducted again, you're going to run immediately to someone for safety. Immediately. I don't know where that came from, Truth Lady. I don't always think the worst of women. I love women. But I do call a bird when I see one. I don't know where that came from. That's your perception. And you're 100% wrong. I don't think the worst of women. But I do think a bird is a bird. If it's a duck, it's a duck. The same thing like I say about corny ass dudes. It's not about women. It's about adults caught up in their second childhood and don't want to hold accountability or be responsible. The reason why I blame women for certain things is because men, we chase and gravitate and are attracted by y'all. And I think not all, but some of the women, instead of being promiscuous, if they took the time to look into their inner strength or their beauty or their true value and attributes to the world and gave men ultimatums like, yo, check this out. Either you're going to respect me as a woman and my body, and you're going to respect the time that I feel as though I may have to wait before I want to be intimate with you, or you can go about your way. But I don't see that in this day and time too much. When I do see it, I compliment it. I admire it. I actually stare at it because it's beautiful to me. But I don't see that too much. Just like with men, when I get in the presence of a man, it has nothing to do with being a gangster, a dope boy, a drug dealer. A man, somebody with a backbone, principles, respect, morals, etiquette, some code, some mannerisms about itself. That shit right there to me is very, very, that's something that touches my heart, because unfortunately, because of the high volume of men and women that have fell in line and followed the phase and the fad of today and time, good people such as myself and other people are overlooked. It's a bunch of great people. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, there's some wicked people also. That's just my opinion. Word up. These is facts. And like I said, that's one of the reasons why I feel as though a person should not go to jail. Remember, one of the reasons I said that a taxpayer, should not even waste any money, he should not even be fed, he should be killed, is a rapist, a person that sexually abuses anyone. I don't even think they deserve to be in jail alive. I think they need to be tortured till they die. Repeatedly. No food, nothing. You just gonna get tortured. We gonna beat you till you damn near dead and let you just heal up for a few days. We ain't gonna feed you nothing. We just gonna beat you again. We gonna beat you like that till your body just can't take no more and you just die. That's a fact. You see what Clarice said? We all gotta chill. We all gotta chill. I just know one thing, and this is respectful to all the women in the chat. All the women in the chat, y'all do know the power y'all have. Because if y'all say no to a real man such as myself and hundreds and thousands of other men, we understand that that means no. Some dudes, for some reason, think no means yes. Them niggas is crazy. No means no. I don't care if you went to a party with her. I don't care if you went to a club with her. I don't care if you took her shopping. I don't care if you gave her some money. I don't care if you took her on a hotel. I don't care if she agreed to go with you out of town for the weekend. If she says no, that means no. I seen some shit on YouTube where a lady went to check a dude in California. And I think it was the second day, and he threw out the hotel room, and then he told her, you have to pay for your trip back to wherever you live. And she was like, what you talking about? He was like, you came out here and you didn't give me any pussy. That's exactly what the corny ass nigga said. And she was like, what you mean? She's supposed to be spending the weekend with him, spending 3 days with him. So the first day, she didn't give him no rock and roll. The second day, she didn't give him no rock and roll. By the middle of the afternoon, that nigga told her, get out of here. Get your ass out of here and go back home. Who don't know that that woman wasn't going to wait till the third night to rock that man's world? He didn't even take into consideration that she left her home and flew all the way, I think it was California, to go see him. He didn't even take that into consideration. Who says that woman wasn't just feeling him out? Maybe she was nervous. Maybe she didn't feel well. Maybe she had, what's that shit when people get sick from flying? Air sickness. Who knows that last night she wasn't going to rock and roll and rock? There's sucker niggas like that while good niggas get overlooked. Don't get it twisted, ladies. If y'all spend a weekend with us somewhere, of course, we're going to want to make love, fuck, hump, dump, whatever you want to call it, the nasty, yumpy, the bumping gums, of course. But if you say no, that means no. Just like if a man is chilling with you, ladies, and he happens to look at you and be like, nah, I just want to chill with you. That doesn't mean for you to just get mad at him or try to rape him. Dude might just trying to feel you out. He may be nervous. He may not want to overstep his boundaries. He may not want to fuck up the motherfucking ambiance. You know, sometimes people sitting up just talking to each other, to me, is more intimate than actually being physical with one another. No, Brawley, I'm sorry. That's crazy. And did y'all hear the new one about, what's her name, Joseline Hernandez? Y'all know she got locked up. You know, Love and Hip Hop star, Joseline Hernandez, Stevie J girlfriend. Get into this video while I pull it up, because this shit is crazy. Facts. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? God's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Check this out, y'all. This is crazy. Do y'all think she just bugging out? Or do y'all think it's what people say? You think it's a mental breakdown from Hollywood? Or y'all think it's what people saying it's that motherfucking cocaine?
That new video of the heated confrontation that landed a reality star behind bars right here in South Florida.
And Louis is standing by with a body cam footage just into the newsroom. Louis.
Yeah, Joseline Hernandez made a name for herself on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but last month she found herself in handcuffs after a brawl that went from bad to worse. Sunrise police were called when the 36-year-old first got into it with fellow reality star Big Lex backstage at the FLA Live. Body cam video shows Hernandez immediately cursing at officers, then tossing a phone at a man, telling her to calm down.
Now she's going. How you going?
So you can see several cops had to take her down after they say she shoved one of those officers, but even on the ground, she put up quite the struggle and continued to shout racial and homophobic slurs to police officers who were trying to handcuff her.
Hey, grab it. I got the other leg. Get more charges. Hey, let's go. That's it. Grab a leg.
And as she was being escorted out, she was still resisting at one point, refusing to walk, which is when cops picked her up by the legs, had to carry her to the cruiser. Everything happened last month during the exhibition fight between Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti, which ended in several brawls, both in and out of the ring. Hernandez was booked into jail on several charges, including battery, trespassing, and resisting arrest with violence.
What y'all think, y'all? What y'all think that is? That like that motherfucking booger sugar. That look like that motherfucking cocaine, man. Word up. Rest in peace, Del Compa, like Therese said. She was on that stuff. She was on that fried chicken. That was that booger sugar. That cocaine make you go crazy. Drunk and high. But she a goddamn gangster, though. Now, I ain't gonna take that from her. That motherfucker from Brooklyn, she act like she from Brooklyn. That motherfucker swing on a pole. Initially, they was going to calm her down because she done whipped out her man. She done big bing, bang, bang. She done punched them all in his mouth. You notice it took 3-4 of them niggas to hold her down? That was cocaine. 3-4. Joseline ain't no small girl, y'all. Y'all forgot about that? Joseline Hernandez ain't no small chick. That motherfucker big, y'all. That's a goddamn gladiator. Clarice said she had that powder on. For real. Fuck is wrong? That bitch about my height. Just like when I was telling y'all that Eddie Murphy in life was the motherfucking continuation from Harlem Nights. Remember when Goldmouth was whipping his ass? He said, man, I know a bitch named Della hit harder than that. Who was Della? The woman from Harlem Nights that whipped his ass when he shot her in her fucking toe? Some women will beat the shit out you. Della was whipping Eddie Murphy ass so bad he had to shoot her on her foot. You heard what she told them police? God damn it, nigga, all you niggas is gonna die. If you kill me, all you niggas is gonna die. You see, that's cocaine. That ain't no marijuana. For some reason, cocaine and crack be making people think if they die, that's just a word. Like they're still living. Like that's just like some GTA or some video game. Like crackheads and them niggas be like, you can't kill me. How many times y'all heard that shit? Crackheads say, that nigga, you can't kill me, nigga. That's how they say, nigga. You see what FT said? Oh, this nigga done shot me in my goddamn pinky toe. This nigga done shot me in my goddamn pinky toe. Joseline, that motherfucker that's gonna fight for her man or fight her man. She not letting you walk up on that nigga. She one of them women that said, the only person gonna hurt this nigga is me. These is facts. These is facts. But what y'all think that is? Is it a totality of mental depression? If you heard Joseline's story, she been through some shit. Prostitution, her moms didn't want her, raped, beaten, betrayed. You see how she held Stevie J down. That nigga's just a piece of shit. I'm gonna keep it funky, y'all. I don't like Stevie J. I don't like him. My man Mark said when you do that speedball, he said when he do a speedball, he walk around like he invincible. Yo, Mark, you my man and everything. I love to see you up in the building. And ain't no judgment over here, but that shit is dangerous. That's the shit that killed John Belushi. Speedballing, that's heroin and cocaine, baby. He said, yeah, I see red flags all over the case of Tawana. Her name alone, 83 murder, 83 Al Sharpton, 56 raping, 65 November 1987, 65, 65, and 56 are a mirror image of each other. Coronavirus 56. My man Mark sounded like John Belushi, baby, on Pulp Fiction. He said nothing like it. Remember when he was talking to Samuel L. Jackson? He was talking about that heroin that they had, that Bolivian Rocky they had up there in Amsterdam. He said that shit was like about 1,500 a motherfucking ounce, baby. Man said, there's nothing like it, baby. Ooh-wee. My man said, facts, though. I still do real Afghan brown, no fetty. Educational purposes only. Shout out to the gangsters. When you said that shit, I just heard that song in the back of my head. Here are the champions, my friend. We'll keep on fighting to the end. I don't even know why that shit just ran in my head, man. We are the champions, my friend. We'll keep on fighting to the end. That shit just ran in my head, y'all. Damn. Shit, I thought I'd be bugging out mixing the strains. The lemon cherries with the supers and the sprinkles and I think it said, we are the champion, my friend. We'll keep on fighting to the end. Word up. Ain't that some shit, FTC? My nigga say he fuck with that Afghan brown. He don't fuck with that Fetty. Educational purposes only, man. That shit just put on some motherfucking Warriors shit up in my head. You know, that's that disco music. One of them niggas, my uncle, them niggas was fucking with that coke and shit. Them niggas play that Rocky theme song. Flash your lights and back on the street. Take my hand in my Ferrari. That's that cocaine music, man. Them niggas is in the back of the street and alive and the live and survive. It's the eye of the tiger and the name of the night. Crazy? Of in me eye of the tiger. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. I can see Beaver Valley on the guitar. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Facts. He said, there's a lot of things I'm missing. I wish I could be good at gematria like Zach from Gematria Effect News 25. He still makes my mind blown with the knowledge he has with doing that work. Mark said 95% down on the streets is mixed with Fetty, and you have to really know how to get on that dark web to get the real heroin. Good God. We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. My nigga said the dark web, y'all. I ain't never been on no dark web. I ain't going on no dark web. And I wouldn't advise nobody to go on no dark web. I thought that was some bullshit. That shit is the truth. Facts. My man Demon, he pulled up and said, Demon, he ain't lying. It's all cut. God damn, boy. What niggas is coming out tonight. We are the champions, my friend. Yo, Mark, that's one of your mans? This nigga said he not lying. It's all cut. Jesus. Whatever happened to the marijuana conversation? Yo, FTC, whatever happened to the lemon cherry gelatos and the gumbo? Niggas got me doing my rock impersonation just. Facts, FTC. These niggas is gangsters. What you niggas, Russian? You got some Russians in the building? Them niggas don't give a fuck about nothing. Ah, Vladimir, give me 37 pills. I'll take 37 pills. Niggas got me scared to death in here, FTC. Watch them niggas. Nikki, watch them niggas. Damn, I forgot I was talking about Joseline, nigga. What's up with Joseline? I started talking about booger sugar. These niggas said fentanyl, Afghan brown. Educational purposes only. Damn. Niggas fucked me up with that one, FTC. Nigga came in here, his name Demon. D, the letter 3, and M-O-N. That nigga said he ain't lying. Well, respectfully, we don't want to know about that. We talk about bud over here. Candy cigarettes. You know, taste like candy. Ow. Word up. Damn. Anybody want to pull up before I get the fuck up out of here? These niggas done scared the shit out of me, FTC. I don't know what the fuck is going on tonight. Something tell me to get the hell out of here. What the fuck is going on? These niggas start talking about fentanyl and Afghanistan brown and all that bullshit. You think we should keep this live going, FTC? What the fuck is going on, man? I need somebody help. Anybody except a dead body tell me something. These niggas done went crazy on me, man. What the fuck? Niggas is smoking that shit like from the Wiz when a nigga, the Tin Man, said, tell me what can I do to feel love? Now I'm just fucking with y'all. You ain't never lied. That shit is on the news, CNN, in the streets. Unfortunately, I had 7 fentanyl deaths in my family in the last 4 months. That shit is taking over the world. Word. I don't know why, because that reefer all right for me. That good old bud make me feel like a stud, you dig? Word up. My man Little, God bless his dad, from Albany Projects, he died bagging this shit up. Had a mask and gloves on. Word up. That shit is crazy. But God don't make no mistakes. All right, Zeus. Well, I'm about to shut this down because y'all know I ain't got no hogs, but I definitely got some dogs. Power to the people. I'm going to start doing the show early in the morning, but it ain't going to be tomorrow. I'm going to tell you that right now. I love all y'all for pulling up, man. If y'all not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that bell notification for you know when I'm going live, man. Yo, Demon. Yo, Demon. Mark Ramo. Pull back up in the building. I like you guys, man. I'm going to end this with Jaffe. Yo, Team Guardian. You already know how we rock. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. If I get some money, we gonna all have some. Salute.
Streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly. My phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow.
I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that, loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Job, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang.